Hi everyone, new video for you today, and this one is slightly different. This one is a canvas painting. Now, I have really been getting into my mixed media. As you can see on the left hand side of the screen, you can see that my wonderful husband had bought me some new paints. I literally had a black paint and a white paint, and that was it. So I went a little bit crazy. My lovely husband grabbed me some canvases as well, and I decided to just do a huge flower. So I kind of sketched out how roughly where I wanted it to be, and decided to go for a purple one. I was in a bit of a lovely mood because obviously it has just been my wedding anniversary. If you didn't see that video on Wednesday, make sure you go check that out. I did a cool little montage. I'm really sorry if you can hear the trains going past my house and my fan. It is warm here again in the UK. Everyone's melting, and I can't not have the fan on. I'm sorry. Or the window open. I'm sorry. Now, I definitely had those moments where I just felt like giving up with this painting. It looks like a 4-year-old has painted it to start with. But I promise you, it looks really cool at the end. So all I'm doing here is using this paint. It's from WH Smith's. It's called Reeves, and it's the acrylic paint, and it is so lusciously thick and gorgeous and wonderful. It does dry quite quick, but you do have a little bit of time to kind of work with it. What I'm kind of doing here is I'm using my Dylusions purple spray here. I just poured a little bit into my palette just to kind of change the colour of that purple. I didn't want it too dark, I just wanted it a slightly different shade of purple, just to do some light and shade on the canvas. So this is my first big canvas painting. I've been practicing different kind of mixed media things in my art journal. There are some art journal videos coming up on this channel soon, so keep an eye out for that. I have just edited it and voiceovered one for next week. But I kind of had got into a bit of a groove with scrapbooking, so I'm still scrapbooking, and there are still some scrapbook videos coming up, but there are going to be some more arty kind of ones as well, just so I can kind of have a bit of variation on the channel. So I'm just adding some light and shade onto here. Again, I'm just using that same colour that I've mixed, just to kind of add shading all down one side. It's so simple to do. Just pick where the shading's going to be. So I've kind of had the light's going to come from my light in this photo, or this picture should I say, is coming from the top of the canvas. So all the bits of the flower that are at the bottom will have the shadow. That's my logic anyway. So all I'm doing is popping on the mixed colour, so the kind of darker purple, and then using the normal kind of purple, just the box standard purple as it comes out of the tube, and some water just to kind of mix in the paint and just kind of move it around and kind of put it kind of roughly where I want it. I did make it a slightly bit darker just to kind of make sure that it's definitely defined and make sure that there's definitely shading on all of the petals, and it's starting to take shape. It really is, and I was really starting to like it by this point, but when I first started I was not liking this picture. It kind of proves that you do have to just keep going. My light, as you can see, my camera just fell. My son was playing the Xbox. I was jumping around like a loony. Anyone who has met my son will know that he jumps around like crazy when he's on the Xbox because he gets too excited, and he knocked my camera over. But it's fine, you didn't miss anything. I literally just picked it straight back up. But now I've mixed that same purple colour with a white. That's my Dylusions white paint. I'm running out of that. I have ordered some more, so hopefully that comes soon. But I'm basically just using that to blend out some more lighter shades in the flower. And I was kind of avoiding trying to pick a colour for the middle. I did go for this peach colour, which is again another Reeves paint. And then I think I used the Reeves Gold to just kind of add a little bit of definition, a little bit of a mixed colour, and then I tried to mix some black in, and it kind of went a little bit too dark, but you can always fix it. Just add more paint, add more water to your brush, clean off all the paint, and just use it to mop up any paint you don't want on there. and then I added some definition that way. Now I think I'm going to dry it, or am I just going to paint the background? Am I just going to paint the background? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I went for a grey background, and I tried to kind of mix in a bit of white just to kind of make it so that it was kind of like an uneven, patchy kind of grey-white background. I will try and insert some photos. I have, once this video was filmed, I did go back and then change this back to white, so this is no longer grey anymore. I just think the flower got a little bit lost with the grey background. I just don't think it really brought it out. I don't know. I have changed it to white and it looks so much better now, but I like it grey. It looks quite cool, but it just didn't, it wasn't doing it for me. So I'm just painting this background, just trying to add a little bit of definition, and so it's not just like a block of grey as a background. And then just going in with my heat tool to try and dry it a little bit, just so that I can start layering it up. Now, as you can see, I am layering a little bit of white on top because I'm not liking how grey this grey is, if you know what I mean. And just trying to add a little bit more detail in the background there. But yeah, I did have to speed this up quite a bit, this video. It did take me an hour and a half to paint this. With a few breaks. I made lunch for the kids, and then obviously toilet breaks and getting drinks, because obviously it's very warm here. So I start to try and add a little bit more definition to the middle of this flower. I wasn't happy with the fact that it just like a great big orange circle in the middle. So I just blended a little bit more grey in, a little bit more darker colour in, just to add a little bit more definition. How many times can I say the word definition in one video? To the middle of that flower. I'm now deciding to do a really thin black outline. Now, this does look like, oh my god, you're ruining this phone picture, what are you doing? But it does look good in the end. It's just halfway through when I'm outlining it, I was like, am I making a big mistake? Should this really be happening? But I do go back in and blend the outline that's nearest to the darker side of these petals in with them, and it does look good. I promise it does look good. You've just got to bear with it. And again, when I was doing this, I was like, should I just give up? This isn't looking how I was imagining in my head. But again, I just wanted that flower to pop a little bit, and then I thought I just need to kind of blur the line between when the petals start and when the middle of this circle starts. So I kind of added this extra little detail on the flowers, because you do get the middle flowers that do have these extra bits on, and it was kind of a chance to kind of sort out the shape of that middle bit. Even though I did draw around something, it's still not a perfect circle, a little bit as well. So as you can see, I'm just blending that line just a little bit. I did have to use quite a bit of water on my brush as I got to the petals at the top there, because it did dry quite quickly, just to kind of blend that line there, so it's not like such a harsh line. And I can't remember what I did next. I literally painted this earlier on today, and it's been so crazy with the children today that I've forgotten everything from about 5 minutes ago. So just using the sponge tool here just to kind of add a little bit of texture to the middle of that circle. I'm still playing with it, I'm still not happy with it, I'm still working on it, and I think, you know what, I just need to dry it, because nothing is actually sticking, it's just all blending in together. So I need to dry it, and I decided to use my Uniball white Signo pen in Broad, just to kind of add a little bit more detail to this flower. This is one of the reasons why I had to speed this video up quite a bit. I did want to just show you how I did it, because I didn't want to just cut a big chunk of the video out. But I did use this just to, and then concentrated the dots more in the middle as well, just to kind of add some more definition, and already that bit looks so much better. I will tell you, what I'm doing now didn't last. I have painted over this bit. If you pop onto my Instagram, I will link it below for you. You will see how I've finished this off. But I just wanted to add a little bit of detail to that background. It still looked a little bit too plain for me. And again, I just wanted to add a bit more contrast between the flower and the background. But thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll speak to you all in my next one. Bye bye.